As mentioned in the introduction video, this module will cover the HTTP protocol. In this section, I am going to introduce you to the HTTP requests and responses. Each HTTP request or response contains headers. Each header is in a separate line, followed by a blank line, then the body of the requested page. Sometimes the post parameters with their values. The HTTP response is not much difference. It has response headers. Each header is in a separate line, followed by a blank line, and then the response body. The main difference between the HTTP request and the response is that the HTTP request contains HTTP method in the beginning, but the HTTP response contains the HTTP status instead. These things will be explained in details. Let's take an example for better understanding. I will use Suite proxy to show you the request and response when we browse our lab's homepage. This is our HTTP request of the index.php page. Here is our HTTP method at the beginning, which is get method, and these are the headers. As you can see, each header is in a separate line, followed by a blank line, but we don't have a body of this request because we are not posting anything to the web server. Let's click the HTTP history tab and see the response of our request. Here is our request, and this is the HTTP response. As you can see, at the beginning of the response, we have the HTTP status, which is 200. Then the response headers, each header in a separate line, followed by a blank line, then the response body. Now we will see the HTTP methods. The common methods are head, get, post options. Head and get, they have the same job, which is asking the pages from the web server. Post method is used to post the data to the web server. Options method is used to show us which methods is available in the web server. We use the options method to look for the dangerous methods, and they are the following methods. Post method allows the client to upload a file to the web server. This method can allow the attacker to upload a backdoor and access the websites inside the web server, or execute dangerous attacks and go deeper inside the data center. The delete method allows the client to delete a file from the web server, which can cause a huge damage inside the web server, like deleting configuration files and other important files. Even by using this method, you can delete all files of a specific website from the web server. The trace method echoes back whatever has been sent to the web server. When this method is available inside the web server, the attacker can execute cross-site tracing attack. When the connect method is available inside the web server, the attacker can use the web server as a proxy. Now we will execute some HTTP requests with some of these HTTP methods by using the netcat and ch response. I have created a sample PHP files tells us what HTTP method used with the HTTP request which sent to the web server. You can find it with our course lab. Okay, let's log into the CMD. Now I will connect to the local host using the netcat on port 80. I will ask for that file using the get method. It's inside the HTTP directory. Okay, double enter. As you can see, the request method is get, and these are the headers, and the PHP files equals back the get method. Now we will try another method. I will try the post method. Okay, the response is post, and these are the headers. Now we will try another method. Okay, put, and the response is put. I will use the delete method, and the file equals back the delete method. Finally, the trace method. As you can see, when we used the trace method, the server echoes back to us our HTTP request.